what are the top 3 must-dos in public relations? Number 1, produce quality, quantity, and diverse content. The good news is there are a tremendous number of opportunities to get your brand message and other messages out there across all distribution channels, taking a behavioral path and integrating across channels. As you'll see some of these categories and you'll think, oh, these have been around forever, these are evergreens. Well, it's true, they are evergreens, but with some really important critical differences in terms of the necessity to take some new creative twists, outtakes, and a lot of other things you'll be hearing about. I've divided the content into 4 categories that are really the key ones. Number 1, what I call traditional public relations content, the 3 Ps, product, packages, and promotions. And, but the big difference here is, you know, we used to look at demographics. Now more and more it's about looking at our audience in terms of psychographics. What are their special interests and passions? Henry mentioned some of these the other day, some of the lifestyle categories, entertainment, culture, food, family, and there are many, many more. For example, women. But we're looking at not just niches, but micro niches. You take, again, the category of women. There's women in food. There's women and wine. There's adventure women. Moms, you know, mom bloggers, really big. And then there's a category that I predict, you heard it here, is really going to be a big sales opportunity, and that's divorcees. Think about it. 50% of the marriages in this country end in divorce. Okay? So if they start to go away just to celebrate their divorce, think about it. We had a lot of fun. We did this for one of our clients. We did a release on a divorcees getaway. And I liked it because it was fun to do and I got a terrific pickup. And as part of the package, we included a wedding ring coffin. And then there was an option that if you got a good settlement, that you could upgrade to a suite. Okay? The second category, service. Traditionally, service content PR has been an important tactic in B2B. For example, we had a client, a hotel outsourcing company, and we were constantly getting out byliners on frequently asked questions about hotel outsourcing, how to choose a hotel outsourcing company. Well, now with the internet, there's voracious appetite for this kind of content. Look at the success of eHow and how many times you search for, you know, how to cook a turkey, something like that. So, I mean, something like how to make the perfect margarita for the Cinco de Mayo. With that concept, that content, you can go to YouTube, think about all the different visual social media sites. It can be something that you could use, just send out in text with a recipe, tremendous opportunity. Another part of this are the tips and the top 10s, top 8, that kind of thing. I mean, Forbes, MSNBC, Travel and Leisure, they're all doing these slideshows. So that's a very effective way to get your message out there. For destinations, it really works well. Think about it. Top 10 romantic spots in Paris. You know, slideshow. Third category, thought leadership and innovation. And I call this the home run category because what you ultimately want to do, particularly if you're a service company, is get known as an authority or source in your segment of the industry. And why is this? Because then the media will call you for quotes. You know, I always say this is like the gift that keeps on giving. You know, it's Hallmark, you know, right? And so how do you do this? Intercontinental Hotels has done a tremendous job of this. One of the best ways is to get out there with market research. You know, if you don't have the budget for that, you could do low-cost, no-cost surveys. For example, one of our clients was launching a wedding site. And so one of the things we did to, you know, what can you do? Just send out a release about there's a new wedding site. Go on, you know. So what we did is we identified a group of 8 wedding planners who specialize in Caribbean and Mexico and clients in Mexico. And we surveyed them. We paid them a stipend, nominal. And we surveyed them on wedding trends, destination wedding trends. And in particular, we asked them about the product, what people are looking for now in destination wedding product. Well, that information the client used in terms of fine-tuning some of the product offerings and also fine-tuning the content on the website. And then we sent it out as a news release. And as a result of that, our client got some interviews. And the last category is reputation management. And this is increasingly important because of this whole business of negative reviews and consumer reviews and the importance of getting the positive news out there. And another aspect of this is crisis communications. And by the way, I strongly endorse Peggy's new book on crisis communications. It's really, she did a fantastic job. Number two, one of the messages we've heard throughout this conference is the importance of relevance and personalization. And certainly that's true with the media. In fact, PR Genie, which is a newswire, did a survey of journalists in 26 countries. And the #1 complaint was PR pitches of irrelevant PR pitches. Number two complaint, PR mass pitching to the social media. So it's really important that there be curated media lists. I always say that, one media list does not fit all. Every time we do a news release, it could take us a day to do a news release, but I guarantee you that every release we send out has its own list. We never repeat the same list. And also it's important to customize the pitches to the medium and the voice of the media person you're addressing. It's interesting because I have we do a blog, my company does a blog on luxury travel and lifestyle trends. We do a newsletter on the same topic. But anyway, last year, besides travel, my passions are fashion and culture and certainly food. So I decided to do a blog that would be a micro niche. Okay, so it's quality food, fashion, and culture in Miami for affluent audience over 45. That's pretty niche. And it's called Miami Curated, if you want to look it up. And it was interesting being on, I started as a journalist, and being on the other side again. So I'm the recipient of news releases and invitations, and it's unbelievable the amount of irrelevant pitches and invitations that I get. But there is an exception. This past week, I got a great one, and I wanted to read it to you. And the subject line was, invitation, for those of you who live in Miami and Miami Shores, invitation to the Village Stand, April 25th at 10 a.m., create your own gourmet sandwich competition. And the letter started out, hi Karen, first I would like to thank you for your exceptional work. Everybody loves flattery, right? We really appreciate what you're doing for Miami via Miami Curated. It seems we're all working toward the same goal. And then she goes on to talk about how she's doing this, she's enhancements, additions to the food stand. And then she invites me to create a gourmet sandwich in 10 minutes using products from the stand. So anyway, I just thought that was really great. I'm going to do it, by the way. I'm going to change my schedule around. That'll be fun. It'll be a good blog post. Okay, number three, relationships. And Angela talked about this. Nothing beats the face-to-face meetings. I mean, desk side, it's hard to get me out to lunch now. What is it? The average lunchtime of the American is like 28 minutes or 23 minutes. I think it dropped. So, you really want to try to do that. Also, press trips. Still a very valid tool. Group press trips, individual press trips, so it's getting harder to get the top people to, your destination, your property. But here I talked about creative twist. One of the things we did is we wanted to reach out to food bloggers. For one of our clients, it's a hotel with 5 gourmet restaurants, and that's certainly the cuisine is a real important USP. And so we approached 5 top bloggers, and we invited them to be part of a food bloggers camp, and where they would give workshops, and it would be open to the public. And we pay their way, we paid them a stipend, and we developed a package, 5 days, 4 nights, and anybody could go. I mean, we appealed to other food bloggers and blogger wannabes. Well, we got tremendous press on it, and not only that, but we sold $60,000 worth of packages. Certainly, social media provide an opportunity to mine data, develop virtual relationships. You know, Facebook, you can find out everything about their passions, where they want to go to, their family, the age of their kids, and so forth. Again, PR Genie, the recent survey, 60% of the media follow and friend PR executives on social media, and 70% use Twitter for news to post questions or get public reaction, 60%, that's true, 60% on Facebook. So Twitter and all these social media are very effective to get your, well, Twitter in particular, to get your news out there, to plan story ideas. And actually, this was a very, I thought, clever, original approach. Aloft Hotels sent out an RFP via Twitter. That was very smart. And finally, if you can't get your media to experience your, visit your destination, go to your hotel, go on your cruise line, whatever, well, there are other ways to have them experience your product. It's one of the successes of pop-ups. I mean, this is a way to reach out to media, consumers, meeting planners, travel agents, and so forth. Destinations, I know Aruba, Miami, Fort Lauderdale have successfully done pop-ups in New York. Delta Airlines has done it. W has done a terrific job of getting brands to have pop-ups in their hotels, particularly in the fashion world, and fashion sets the trend. And you don't have the budget for that, because it is a big budget. Then do things like send a spa kit to the press, so they can create a mini spa at home, or a kit with DIY, your signature dish, a recipe and some of the ingredients, so they can, and even a DVD that has a video of kind of like how to make the dish. And like I said, the media could use that video clip and in their articles. So there are a lot of opportunities, and to hear more about other non-traditional approaches, Jody, thank you.